Hi, you know when you go about your life and you think, I wish my work was better. I wish I was paid more. I wish I was prettier. I wish fill in the blank, right? When you get there, do you think you'll be happy for a very long time? Do you think when you get whatever you want, you'll truly be happy? Or will you just go wanting more? Are you always going to say, I want more? Or are you ever going to be happy with what you have, right? Someone in your position will be very thankful to be in your position because there are things you have that you have taken for granted that are actually not really to be taken for granted. Chances are you're watching this, you have a media to watch this on, either a phone, we all have a phone, right? The phone is not a given. Okay, don't be fooled. The phone is not a given. You can break and you can lose it and lost in the woods in the dark. The phone is not a given. Okay, so you have a phone or some kind of a media, right? One thing to be grateful for. If you give a phone to someone who's on the street, they'll be very happy to be entertained, right? So there's things you have that someone in your position would be grateful for. The question is, if you had whatever you want, will you actually be happy for a very long time, right? Or are you going to take it for granted and just want more, right? If you, let's just say, lived on the street, you got a home, you'd be very happy to have a home, right? But then you want a bigger home, you want a bigger car, you want a better car. Well, someone doesn't have a car, they're happy to have a car that just gets them from A to B, right? They're just happy to have a home. But then, so what's the difference, right? What's keeping you sad or happy if you are in a home and someone else is in a home? You're in a home, you've lived your life. Someone else is in a home, they've lived on the street, right? That person will be happy. What about you? And what's the difference, right? Why is someone else living the same situation happy, but you aren't, right? What are you missing? Is the job really going to make you happy, right? Is your life not good enough? Is it not a life? Are there not things going good? Are there not things you can be grateful for, right? So the only question I really had, actually I had no questions. I kind of just started making a video randomly off of the top of my head, even though it's the morning, and yeah, so I have no questions. I have no idea what I'm talking about, except the fact that you can always choose. You can always choose to be happy. You can always choose to appreciate things, right? And I've learned it the hard way, and sometimes you don't have to align with the actual experience for you to appreciate something. A simple consideration is enough. If you just go about your life and you accept life, you don't fight it. Whatever happens to you, don't fight it. Life is just a combination of events. Life happens, stuff happens, people come, people go. It's like being in a river, like you're like water, you're flowing around a river. There's rocks that come your way, there's fishes inside, there's just stuff happening. That's like life. Life is like being a river. You're literally flowing and there's stuff that happens. The only question is, are you going to hang on to it? Are you going to take that rock and hold on to that rock forever? Are you going to take that fish and be like, oh my God, I love this fish? The damn fish has got to go the other way, okay? Let it go. The fish has got to go the other way. You got to go this way. The stream is splitting. Let it go because it's splitting, right? How much sense does it make to hold on to something that no longer belongs to you? It didn't belong to you to begin with. You weren't born having it. Somewhere along the way, you traveled in your flow of life, right? Because life just happens. And then you found it. And then you're like, oh my God, I like it. It's amazing, right? Good. You're happy. You appreciated it. And it's got to go the other way because fishes got to swim the other way because fishes swim where they got to swim. And then you go your way. And it's okay, because there's going to be more fishes that are going to come. There's going to be more stuff that you can appreciate. But sometimes for you to find it, you have to let go of the old one, right? Because if you're forever gonna hold on to that rock, then you're never gonna go down to the next rock. But the next rock is better. It's better. It's prettier. And life is like trying to drag you down. Like, come on, let's go. Let go of that damn rock. I have something better for you. But then you hold on to that rock. So guess what? It's gonna get worse and worse and the meaner. It's gonna get harsh. You're gonna suffer until you learn to let go of that rock and let it go with thankfulness and appreciation for being in your life. It was in your life, it gave you joy, it is time to let it go, right? It's kind of like it's better to just go with the flow of life because there is a flow of life. It doesn't make sense to my opinion to go against the current to resist the current and then just have it throw you down the current anyways, because then that's just gonna hurt and you don't know what you're gonna hit. You're gonna hit something along your way, but it's much easier to just go with it, because then you're able to, whatever comes your way, if you're present, you're able to navigate it. You're able to navigate it better, right? So if you go with the current of life, you're able to navigate wherever it takes you. But if you resist it, if you look back, if you look the other way, if you hold on to the old rocks and refuse to let the fish go where they gotta go, you're stopping the flow of life. You don't want to be a swamp. You want to be like a river. So be a river. Go with the flow of life. It's more fun that way anyways. Don't you think so?